Hey everyone, it's Amanda again, and I am back with scrapbook process number 11. And this is a photo of my daughter from her first birthday photos. And a little backstory: she had this face, and it was it was one of those faces that kids know that the others think is funny, so they make it when they're trying to be cute. And we called it her scrunchy face. And she knew how to smile. I mean, it wasn't that she couldn't smile. This was just when she was being silly. She would always make this face. And so I was hoping and praying that whenever we had her birthday photos done, that she would make the face to where the photographer could capture it, and she did, and I was so excited. So I wanted to make sure that I documented this because it's one of those things that you forget about. And the one thing that I'm noticing as a mom is that all those little cutesy things that your kids do, before you know it, they're not doing it anymore, and you haven't realized that they're not doing it anymore until you're thinking about it and you're like, hey, remember when they used to make the scrunchy up face or whatever, and you realize that that part of their life is gone. And I think so many times those are the parts that we forget to take little pictures of or things. So I'm definitely challenging myself to do more of those silly things. She is now um, progressed, and when you say smile, she makes this scrunchy, like, I don't know, her smile is very exaggerated and it's really cute. So I thought about maybe even doing like a small progression of the many faces of Adeline or something like that. So we'll see. So I'm still using the record label kit, and I think this was the last full sheet, almost full sheet of paper that I had left. So again, there's a lot of blues, a lot of greens, there was a lot of oranges and reds, and so a lot of my feminine pieces layouts actually came from the blue papers because it was the closest thing. I'm not a huge red fan, I'm definitely not a huge orange fan, so I don't know. I'll be honest, I love Cocoa Daisy, but I was so glad to be done with this kit, and I did not kill it in the same way that I did the April kit, just because, well, one, I had a baby right in the middle of it, and I was having some issues with swelling and stuff right before, so I wasn't able to scrapbook as much, and just being tired too, and trying to spend time with Adeline. There's that orange you can see on the back. I don't think I really hardly used any of that, but anyway, so I've moved on, and I haven't even started the June kit, so I have both add-ons to the June kit as well. So I'm probably gonna have June and July's going at the same time, but that's okay. It'll just give me more to work with. So, so I'm just doing my usual layering, and I decided that underneath the photo I wanted to kind of do a sequence of banners. So I pulled out some of the smaller scraps. There's that floral piece from the last layout that I did, and I'm just tucking them underneath there, trying to figure out which way that I like them. I'm peeling up my photo again, straightening it up a little bit, and I pulled in some yellow here, another shade of blue. What else did I do? Oh, and then that same floral. Chasing my dog around because she wants to start barking. So really quickly, oh, and then that tag, I actually turned it upside down because it's supposed to kind of look like a composition notebook a little bit. At least that's the way that I interpreted it. But I wanted that blank spot to be down at the bottom so that I could include part of my title there, or some journaling or whatever. So I did decide to, well, it's funny. In my last video, I talked about creating a Facebook page just for my scrapbooking stuff, but I had forgotten that I had already created a Facebook page just for my blog. Okay, that froze up, so I'm not sure if it recorded or not. Hopefully it did. Actually, I'm going to stop and check so that I don't get all the way through the next 9 minutes and realize that it didn't. So hold on just a second. Okay, so it was still recording. That's good. So anyway, I already have a Facebook page for my blog, and I thought instead of creating a third Facebook page that I would just start using that one more actively. So I will link that one down below. and you can go and like it. And that's where I'll post. My blog posts are already linked up to it, so they'll show up each time. Today was my guest scrapper series, and Oh Snap Gonzo from YouTube was my guest scrapper, so make sure that you go check that out. But you can like my blog there, and whenever I do giveaways, or I'll do sneak peeks of my layouts, stuff that I'm already kind of doing on Instagram, and you can find it there. So I grabbed some other elements from, I think that was a Chic Tags arrow, and I just cut it in half. I grabbed the ribbon from the kit, and I'm looking at adding that across the top where the banners are. And I'm just thumbing through a lot of my embellishments. You can see over on the left-hand side, like where the sunglasses and the mustache are. That was one of the chipboard sticker packs that came in the kit, and it was very thingy like that, like with the sunglasses and the mustaches. And there were some tapes, like audio cassette tapes, and a record, very vintage rock and roll music themed things. And it's not really my scrappy style. I don't know what I was thinking whenever I got both add-ons. I was very capable of looking at what came in the kit and seeing that, actually, I'll be honest, and this is a very bad spending habit, I got one of the add-on kits just to get those blue thickers that you see on the side, when I could have just bought the blue thickers for $4.99 or whatever. But oh well, I'm not going to beat myself up too bad over it. So this is a pretty simple layout, actually. Over on the right hand side, I'm doing my journaling, and I wanted to do the top 10 things we love about you, and because a scrunchy up face is definitely one of those things. So I just took the thickers, and I used all the numbers, and I just put them in random order. I tried to think ahead about what I was going to say so I knew how much room to leave. And then I just wrote in my journaling. Nothing fancy, nothing, too complex or mind-boggling there. I just got it all wrote in, and then I start working on my title. And this is a great thing to do with your thicker numbers, because a lot of times, I know with me, I'll run out of alphas way before I run out of my numbers, and I'm kind of at a loss as to what should I use these numbers for. And this is a really good way to do a list thing. You could do this with a currently page. I know those are really popular right now. You could use it for Project Life. When I did Project Life, I used a lot more of my thicker numbers because I used them as my week. Like every week I had the numbers there. So lots of different ways to try to use up those. I feel like thickers are, I mean, they're good. You get a lot for the price, but at $5 a pop, it's kind of hard to get a lot of thickers at one time. And I hate running out of letters and then having all these packages in my stash of just numbers. So I'm trying to find more ways to incorporate those. Still going in and adding, I got a fussy baby. Going in and adding some little labels here and there. Sticking some up on dimensional adhesive so that I get that used. And add some dimension to the layout. And I love that I decided not to do that full pattern paper piece as the background, and that I could just use the craft, because I think that the craft looks way better against those muted colors. Because the colors in this layout are not very bright either. They're all kind of muted tones. So I didn't want to have a stark white background. I wanted it to all kind of be more muted because the photo is also black and white instead of color. I'm adding my title now. The stickers that I'm using right now, those blue ones, those came in the kit. The green ones did not. Those were from my stash. And I had to play around with my title a little bit to make sure that I got it exactly where I wanted it. And I think I actually ended up pulling it up a couple times just to make sure that I get it right where I want it. Yep, there I go, pulling things up. I didn't like how it was all bunched together over there in the corner. I wanted it to be more horizontal and spread out. So there's the word 10. And you can't see it from here, but there is green in some of the pattern papers. And so that's why I decided to pull that green in. It wasn't just a random, um, like, oh, let's use green. There was definitely green in the layout in other places. So I'm just looking at it, seeing what else I want to add. I go back to my stickers. I'm adding some of the stars, the asterisks from the font that I use. That's going in there. Just to kind of doll things up a little bit, add some more dimension. Just trying to look. Oh, I pulled out some of those blue label stickers. Those are from, oh goodness, I don't remember who those are from. So my thing keeps pausing, and so if you hear like weird cuts in and out, that's why. I look down and see that it's paused, and I have to stop and make sure that it's still recording. I've got my date stamp out. Just stamping the date up there. Actually, that's not a date stamp. Well, it is, but it's not the one that I thought it was. I think it says, remember this, or something like that. 10 Things We Love About You is our title. And I talk about her scrunchy face, of course, and how every time she falls down, she says, uh-oh. And when she says yes, she's like, yes, even though, she might have no clue what you're asking her to do, but the answer is always yes. She's just a great baby. She's a great big sister, too. So for one last little thing, and to kind of bring in the yellow that's in that pattern paper, I have some yellow wood grain washi. I add it up there to the very top and trim it off. And this one only took about, oh gosh, this one was a quick layout, maybe 30 minutes. So there's the layout. Now you can see some still photos of the journaling up close and the layering that I did. So I hope you enjoyed. Check out my blog and like my Facebook page. Have a great day, guys. Bye.